Hello, Titan volunteers. This is Cecilia Brown, your assistant principal. I appreciate you taking part in our in-service for our proctors for the 2019 Milestone Administration. I am trying something new this year with a screencast in the hopes that this is more convenient for you and that you can take part in the training at your convenience. There will be a few requirements for you to come into the school and do, and we can talk about that toward the end of the PowerPoint. So let's get started. Testing preparation. Please look around to ensure that the teacher has done the following: removed or covered instructional materials that may prompt student responses, arranged seating to promote individual work, posted a sign on the outside of the classroom door, a testing do not disturb sign. There's also a no cell phone sign. Turned off, not just muted, and collect all electronic devices, and those are always stored in our testing closet. That's our procedure here, to have no electronic devices in the testing setting. Please assist the teacher in making sure students have the following: their test ticket, scratch paper. They still have to put their first and last names in the upper right-hand corner. Even if they do not use it, we're accountable for collecting those. Number 2 pencils, no calculators, highlighters, pens, materials, or anything that might assist with the test. Test administration. Students take one section per day with the exception of 5th grade. They'll take science and social studies sections 1 and 2. They take tests in the following order: the ELA sections, then math, then science, and then social studies. Teachers and proctors are monitoring constantly, circulating and checking to prevent cheating, use of calculators, also basically just ensuring that students are in the right place at the right time. Accommodations. A few students may have accommodations that are mandated by an IEP, ELL services, or a 504 plan. The teacher will be aware of this. They're really the keeper of this knowledge. If you have any questions, you can quietly ask them. However, accommodations will never do the following: alter, explain, simplify, paraphrase, or eliminate any test item, reading passage, or choice option. Provide verbal or other clues or suggestions that hint or give away the correct response to a student. Irregularities. All test administration irregularities must be reported by examiners to the school test coordinator. Teachers have special forms on which to record an incident that might be considered an irregularity. If you notice something, please quietly inform the teacher. An anecdotal record form will also be used if students have special circumstances that arise, like falling asleep, restroom emergencies. He or she will record that information as well on the form with the student name, time they left, and time they returned. As a proctor, it's your responsibility to report any possible testing violation to Ms. Brown or to Ms. Jones. Some examples of irregularities can be materials being distributed inappropriately, directions not being followed, or improper monitoring of test administration. If any incident is not recorded on the form by the teacher, you must report that to me immediately. Invalidations. Some irregularities are so serious in the way that they affect student performance or compromise the integrity of testing that they can result in an invalidation. Examples could be content being disclosed, coached, or distributed, cheating, test administrator altering responses during or after testing. Report this once again to me immediately. Test examiner and proctor responsibilities. The test examiner shall collect all test materials daily. The proctor should not assist with the collection of materials. All materials are counted in and out each day, and examiners sign for and record the time of the exchange. Review test tickets. Make sure that it's the right test ticket for the day, and they also make sure the correct student is listed on the testing ticket. The test proctor ensures that all of the above procedures are followed, and they also ensure that at least one certified educator and one additional person are always present with the test. No one should ever be left alone with the test or test tickets. That would be a testing violation. Reminders. Use forms to record any incident that might create an irregularity or invalidation. Make sure that all instructional materials are covered. No electronic devices for teachers, proctors, or students. Proctors and the teachers must refrain from speaking to each other unless it's an emergency to maintain a secure testing environment, and constantly circulation and monitoring of students. Confidentiality is mandated by law. Please do not discuss the test, particular students, or particular incidences that occur in the testing environment with anyone other than the teacher to which you are assigned or the Ithaca administrators. Reports must follow the chain of command. You can report that to me. I would let Ms. Jones know. We would let the system testing coordinator know. And if needed, the Georgia Department of Education would be notified. If a student has an emergency, he or she may go to the restroom. Other students should continue testing. The time that the student left and returned should be documented. The proctor or hall monitor should walk with the child to the restroom. Only one student at a time should be in the restroom. You may lightly tap a student's desk if he or she falls asleep or puts his or her head down. Each section has different time limitations. You can ask the teacher about those prior to the beginning of the testing section. ELA Section 1 is our writing day, the constructed response, and the extended response. Teachers will give students a reminder prior to testing that this is the writing day and to just be mindful of their time. Hall monitors assist with keeping hallways quiet and traffic to emergencies only. No classroom entry once testing begins without permission from Ms. Brown. Restroom, one student in the restroom at a time, and if the proctor comes to the door with a student who needs to go to the restroom, our protocol is that proctor would wave at you in the hallway and you could go down and collect them and then return them to the classroom door. No talking between students in the hallway. Observe examiners with tests to ensure timely return. Once they go to return their buckets, they need to come straight to the testing closet, no restroom stops or any other stops. Proctor roles and responsibilities from the Georgia Department of Education. I will leave that to you to read. I will save you from me reading all 16. There's also the county calendar, which shows testing starting on April 30th and finishing up with 5th grade on the 9th, and then May 10th is our makeup day. Thank you for your willingness to assist Ithaca in this important endeavor. Please also make sure you come by the school to sign off that you have viewed this video and any questions that you have been answered. You'll also need to sign off on the roles and responsibilities sheet from the Georgia Department of Education, along with completing an information sheet about availability and contact numbers. Ms. Brookshire is our PTSO president, and she helps me with assigning days and locations. Once again, we appreciate your willingness to volunteer and help us. Ithaca would not be the same without you. You are it.